welcome to Ethnic Creative Cooking. Today I'm making macaroni and cheese just in time for Thanksgiving. So let's get started. Okay, into a saucepan we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of butter, okay, and get that melting. And then we're going to put in, we're kind of making a roux, but we're not making the traditional roux. We're taking out a little bit of flour so it's not so pasty, okay? So I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of flour. And then just take something and stir this around here, like so. Then we're just going to add in a little bit of salt and pepper. So I have 1 teaspoon of salt and then a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. You can use white pepper if you want to, if you don't want the black flecks of the pepper to show in the macaroni and cheese. Okay, so that goes in here as well. And then we're also going to put in about a 1/2 teaspoon of ground mustard, and this gives a little bit of tang to the macaroni and cheese and it makes it taste delicious. So that's why we put this in. Now if you don't have dry mustard at home, you can actually use just regular mustard, and you're going to use about a 1/2 teaspoon as well. Okay, just so that you know, I have some water boiling here, and we're going to put in 2 cups of macaroni shells, right like that. Those go right in here. And just stir these around so that they don't, you know, get stuck. And you're going to have to follow the package directions because some macaroni is smaller than others and, you know, everything like that. So I put some salt in here too, 2 teaspoons of salt in here, and then I put it on a high temperature here for the temperature for the water, okay? So that is going to take anywhere from about 8 to 10 minutes. You have to stir about every 1.5 minutes, about 90 seconds. Okay, let's see what's going on here with the melting of the butter. If you want to come over here and look in here, it gets to be a thick paste here that looks like this, okay? So then we're going to go ahead and put in I'm going to slowly stream in some milk, okay? So about 1 1/4 cups of milk, okay? That goes right in here. And you just kind of have to keep on stirring this until it gets to a boil. Okay? So we're kind of making what's known as a bechamel sauce. Okay? And don't go over medium heat because whenever you're dealing with dairy products, you don't want to burn them. And so medium is the very, very highest temperature you can go. With this, you can go 8 out of 10. With this one here, we're talking 5 out of 10 here on the dial. So this is going to take a little bit of time to thicken up, but I'm going to go ahead and put in my cheese in here. So I'm using 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. That goes right in there, like so. And then I'm going to also put the other cheese in there as well. But I put the Parmesan cheese in there a little bit earlier, and the reason why is because it's a hard cheese and it takes a little bit more time to melt. It's like all the moisture is out of the cheese because they age it for at least a year. So if it's authentic Parmesan cheese from Parma, Italy, and Reggiano, Italy. All right, so just keep on stirring this. So just take a minute here to move this around. Remember, every 90 seconds we have to stir this, otherwise it sticks to the bottom of the pan and it's not fun. We don't want these pieces of macaroni to stick together. Okay, so here we go. Okay, it's time to put the sharp cheddar cheese in. I actually bought extra sharp cheddar cheese, but you can do whatever you want. We're going to put in 3 cups of this, okay? So here is 1. And here's number 2, and here's number 3, okay? So let's get this to stirring. Yeah. It's gonna make a nice cheese sauce here. And we gotta check on our noodles here. And they are almost done, about 30 more seconds. And I started to preheat my oven on 350 degrees. Okay, so let's just stir this up here so we can get all this nice, beautiful cheese in here. We'll put a little bit of cheese on top as well. This is 3 cups. And it actually melts pretty fast, this cheddar cheese does, so you can see that. A little bit more because I didn't quite put 3 cups in. Okay, so here we got, this is going good, so we're going to go ahead and drain these. Over there for a second. Turn that off. There we go. And let's stir, 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 right? Almost there. Got to get all the cheese melted in there nicely. Okay, so we do have to put all the noodles back in to our pan here so we can mix everything together. But don't put it back on the heat. Wow, this is nice. Okay, so while that's finishing up, I have about a tablespoon and a half of melted butter in here. And I'm going to put a half a cup of panko breadcrumbs in here. And then I'm also going to put about 1/4 of a teaspoon of parsley flakes. So I'm going to take the lid off of this, I think, maybe. If it comes off. There we go. So 1/4 of a teaspoon. We're just put a little bit of color in there, not too much. And you don't have to put it in there either if you don't want to. And I'm just going to put a dash of some garlic powder in here. And that just gives the breadcrumbs a nice flavor. Okay? And then a sprinkling of salt as well. So a little bit of salt on there as well. And we're just going to toss these together using our hands. Get the butter all in there nicely with the panko breadcrumbs. Makes a nice flavor. You don't want to put too many breadcrumbs on top because then it takes away from the macaroni and cheese. But it is kind of nice to have a little bit of crunch on top. Okay? Let me wipe off my hands a little bit here. And we got our cheese here. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, here we go. Let's put our cheese in here. Oh boy. Talk about yummy, yummy. Okay, so let's stir this in here. Let's turn this off. Oh man, talk about Kraft macaroni and cheese, but this is not that. It's all from scratch. All from scratch. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take this over here. I am just going to taste it to see if the salt is proper on it. So I'm just gonna grab a spoon out of here and try it. If it needs some more salt, I'll put it in there. Always taste your food. See if the seasonings are correct. Oh wow, that's really nice. I think that I will put in a little dash of salt. It doesn't need much. Put a little bit here. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put our macaroni in here, like so. Oh yeah. Here. And then we're going to put in our panko breadcrumbs here. A little bit of cheese here and there. Not too much. I don't want it to ruin the breadcrumbs. There we go. A little bit more breadcrumbs on here. All right, there we go. Woo! I'm looking forward to eating this. So 350 degrees for 20 minutes and then we're gonna eat. So I'll see you back here in a minute. Well, it's time to get the macaroni and cheese out of the oven and I'm excited. Okay, here we go. This is so hot. Oh man, come over here and look at this bubbling vat of macaroni and cheese. How wonderful. Let's turn this off here. Here we go. Okay. And we have, well, I'm ready to dig in, but I don't think I'm going to eat it because I want to save my roof of my mouth and my taste buds for Thanksgiving because it's coming up and this is going to burn me. But this is what it looks like. Just pull it right out of here, put it in your bowl, then you're ready to eat. But I'm going to let this cool down just a tad bit. So, macaroni and cheese. You've got to try it. And I want to see you again next time I'm on this channel, and I'll see you again, and subscribe and hit the bell, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Happy Thanksgiving.